you can feel this on yourself, but what it is that people think that to protect their balance, it's just putting the hand down. What I'm doing is is the balance or the transfer. So, oh, I got new toys. I finally have a very small one of these. Okay, so what I'm talking about is people think that it's a lift, you know what I mean? But that's a very violent internal. What I'm looking for is that transfer, that subtle going from left to right. So when I'm on my hand, right, and I want to go from my chair to standing or over onto the table, I don't just lock my hand in. If I do, I'm going to get stuck. I need to be able to transfer my weight. So it's more of this going through the hand. Yeah, just like if you're ballet, you land that foot and you go over the foot. You know, if you landed that foot and stayed in that position, you're just gonna fall. So instead of just dealing with her balance and her proprioceptive, what I want to start doing is, as the hand places down, you're going to start activating the elbow and eventually bring where the whole body transfers over to the hand and back again, because that eventually is going to all fours. Does that make sense? Yeah, you feel it there. You feel the difference? So now keep the hand stiff when you put it down. See how that transfer through the pelvis, all that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay? So there's different ways of doing it. You can come in and do an object around the hand, like this. You can see where he's working and you're dealing with the transfer this way to get the hand activated. But as she's playing and doing stuff, what I want to start doing, even if we don't touch the hand, is with the elbow, working on just that transfer going around. And it's going to go around this way where the elbow comes back, or this way where the chest cavity turns over to the hand. But it's all of those, that circle, and the hand eventually should windshield wipe, go around. See how Frank's hand, fingers in, fingers out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And especially when you're fisted or doing that, then it really pulls on the shoulder and stops that chest rotation.
Yeah, it's quite a different feel with the fist than
Right.
it is.
So I want to see if I can change my iPad a little bit so you can see just a tad more hand. So depending on the mood that she's in, now the problem is when I get the hand, I don't get Frank's chest cavity. There we go. My hand is going to be on the back of her. So I'm not just sitting here necessarily doing this. My hand is on the back. Kind of have her, the thumb on the scapula. And I'm just going to rotate the chest cavity as it goes over the hand. Okay? But what you need to start thinking of, now think of when you're doing that with your fingers actually moving in and out. That's it, that's it. See how it's more a natural sequence. Does that make more sense? So this gets...
It's not much weight bearing then.
No, it's not much weight bearing. It's just that transfer. The hand, if it weight bears, like if you now think of your hand weight bearing, now try to get up on all fours. Yeah, that's CP. Do you feel that? So now think of it as just a transfer and go to all fours. There, see? Vroomf.
Yeah.
Much more speed, much more. So this is a little secret. We need to start teaching her bum, the back of her heels when she sits like this. See how when you sit like that, your back of your heels are on the ground versus the whole foot. And the hands need to feel that transfer. So that's some of the stuff I'd like to work on if she's in the mood. And if not, you know, another thing is, since the stool's there, we can also work on standing. So, are you back now? Yeah, good. Hi. Who's pretty girl? So don't worry that her fingers are in at the moment. Just right now, again, get into her system. Have the hand on the back and then the one on the elbow, depending on which way you're going. And just feel that synchronized rotation. Now you can do same. So if Frank's chest is going this way, this is also an appropriate transfer, because this would be lying down, going onto the elbow that way. So it's not that she's, quote, in a perfect position just yet. I just want her to feel going from the one hand to the other. So if your hands were attached by a string, you should start feeling from elbow to your back. And she can play with toys doing all of that. That's okay.
No. No.
And another thing to consider too, just when you start to feel, is the opposite collarbone on the opposing hand, as that starts to transfer over too. And again, this might be something you want to do on Ash and Cody, just to feel it better in their system. And then you'll get a better idea in Ella. She, you know, when the child has CP and stuff, especially in the back of the arm, it gets a little frustrating to feel like you're doing it. But this is one of these moves you've just got to trust that it's influencing the system, and you'll start to see the changes.
Nice. Nice.
Just so you think about it, if she were inside sitting, you know, you can be behind the heel doing that rotation as the rotation's there from the chest. The only thing is with that, then, like I said, she's going to want to take off, but that's a way of doing the same lesson in. And eventually there, hand down, foot down through the pelvis, because that starts getting you more into all fours.
Why are you so excited?
What? So that's perfect anyway, the way her left arm is by your inside, and just work on the twist of the elbow and feel the hand. But when you do that, you know, just see if you can, feel the chest rotate. What, Cody?
That's Michelle's best friend. His name is Frank.
And even if she starts to go down, you can still hear thumb under the elbow here and work, and that's doing the going to all fours. So it's not a lift of the elbow. That's too violent. It's a transfer from the elbow over to the hand. And then eventually what will start to happen then will be the roll onto the hand. Most people are really dead set about the hand in this position. I get that I don't want to stand up like this, but it's very crucial that the hand knows how to roll on the table, because that's play on all fours. For me to play, I should be able to go like this and go like this, hands up, hands down, and roll on all surface. That's stuff that she hasn't played with. So, and this is something you can even do in her sleep, is just feeling that rolling down into the floor. So again, stay. Gesundheit.
Wow, that looks funny. Looks funny.
So again, it's not like this where you're doing the top. You want the roll to be into the ground. Almost like you're kneading a dough type thing versus a top thing. So again, the way her hand presents, and again, this is something too to play with, probably Ash as well. But see, it's that roll. So if I'm here, see here, and I'm going down to all fours, I need my hand to be able to roll through that wrist, do you know what I mean, and go through all fours. So it's an important, and right there you can see where the ulna and the radius on her don't want to go over each other, and she does this. She ends up doing this. So see, she'll do this.
Yeah.
Versus that rolling onto through the ulna and the radius. So it's just like this to this. Frank does it much better than I do. He's very floppy. I can bring 2 suitcases to South Africa. I can stuff him in one. But can you imagine me going through customs with this sucker?
It'd be quite funny.
Yeah, going through the X-ray. Sir.
They just say it's my dead husband.
One of them.
I'm taking it back to his motherland.
Now, if Frank, you got a horse, me horseback riding with Frank, that would be really funny. I'm sorry, I didn't want to talk about myself, but when I saw Ella on the horse, I was like, what the heck? I know her experience is more important than mine.
What do you say, Gabriella?
So even in this position, when she's out like this, again, consider the roll of the wrist down as the elbow places. And by then, let's see if I can get this a little bit. So she's like this, right? And the elbow gets very taut. You can come here on the arm and just feel see how it transfers but twists to go down, and by the time the elbows are down, the hand's on its side. And as the elbow comes up, the hand, that synchronizing here. Yeah, do you feel the difference as she rolls on that elbow, what it does for her? There, now she went down very nicely on the elbow. But then now she's got to learn from here to transfer back up to the hand.
So now do you give her the support under there, like?
For that, what you would do is hand around her waist this way, so your left hand would come around her chest cavity, right?
That's
like
right.
here. So you'd go in and around, right there. And now the other hand will be right on the elbow. So you're there to gauge her when she needs to come up.
Oh, that's a good one.
There you go. That's it, there. See, now the hand can go out, and that's another, but that all has to be with that rotation. If she can't rotate, that's where her head goes down and she gets stuck. And then this is what she'll end up playing with. Like right now, she tends to have the elbow right here, so she's top heavy. So eventually she'll get more here where it's like a kickstand. And at that point, she's more supported, where she can decide, am I going down to all fours, or again, pushing back up and coming up. There. See now how the wrist is coming towards you? Do you feel that?
Yeah.
Now in this position where she's got the other arm, you can consider, let's see if Frank will let me do it. Ah, oh my goodness, my hair is caught in one of his hinges. God, that hurt. Yeah, thanks. Skype sessions are over. So in this position, same thing, where you can be around her and here on the elbow and work that same kind of transfer from the other arm coming around. Because eventually what you'll do from this position is that's where the bum will come up. That transfer, hand to bum. So it'll create that internal seesaw eventually. But you want to get the hand first. But there, see already with the hand rotating how much more she can reach with the other hand?
Yeah.
Okay? When the hand doesn't rotate, right, and this is stiff, then her reach is here. With the rotation, she can take it where she's already reaching over to Nasipo. There, right there. See the difference? How she can start coming over.
But you can't float.
Right, she can't float. Never make it. Babies don't fly, so don't let her brain think, oh, but I have my mommy there, so therefore yes.
Fly, fly.
But in that position, instead of putting the fingers down, consider that you're here again and that you're just, even if it's minute, you've got one thumb underneath the wrist or the metatarsals and you're just doing a light rotation, but again, where the hand is going into the ground.
Can I roll it? No. Do I have
No. You want to get it where there's leverage so the thumb goes under. So your roll is more like rolling a cigar. The only reason I know how to do that is from Lucille Ball, not that I've rolled them, versus this kind of. So let me go back to, yeah, I know it's a movement, but it's not as functional. So to just do this, you're getting that very topical. But if I rotate with my thumb and the fingers, see how I push in and I can roll back. Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
What?
Does it make sense to you?
Gabriela. No.
You know, and you can come here too with the radius or up her mid-arm. You could even do the bicep if she lets you. And that way, and Frank just collapsed. But you can also do same, where you have your arm coming in underneath. Now that's going to be hard for you the way you're split behind her. Thumb underneath and do it this way. So with that, I can rotate the sternum and through the arm. And then also I can work on any kind of hand-mouth kind of things. You know, where she's learning to rotate more on the elbow as she does other things.
No.
There, but see how much more she's twisting through the chest right there.
Yeah.
And if you want at this point, see her on the other side and see. But this kind of lesson you want to do in straight legs, crossing the legs, all sorts of different ways, you know, onto the knees. So do you feel the difference? See how she's more stuck and the shoulder goes up.
Yeah.
There, see how she can't reach out. But do you feel how the elbow and stuff is not rotating?
Yeah.
So if the elbow is here, then you get, Frank, stay. So if the elbow is here, even if I did, I can't get past here. Rotating that elbow gives me, again, that transfer, that counter, and I get to a farther plays with that. But honestly, again, she could be sitting in your lap. So if Frank were to lap dance with me, I can still very easily, even with Kevin's leg right here or something, where you're practicing, like if you're sitting next, or your thigh here because of the way she is, you can be here with the elbow. So there's a lot of ways of even her in her lap like this. Now this is nice going on to her feet from there. See how she rotates through the elbow and then goes over onto her foot. But that's where you have to work on that knee and ankle first, sort of what we did last time, and then so it can all transfer more successfully.
Yeah.
The first ways you're going to start to transfer is more like this, but eventually, and I don't know, here, hold on, I got to adjust the camera, you're not going to get my hands. Eventually what will need to happen is that bum going up. Because otherwise too, with the bum stuck, she'll be stuck. But when the bum learns to twist or go up, that's what's gonna bring her. But that kind of bum stuff you can do while she's sleeping as well.
Baby, what are you doing?
But this too is where, with the more she's doing this, you want to concentrate on that vision. So instead of her going like this always, that someone's right there that she's doing this. So you start with her on the horizon and you slowly bring it up. So the vision is arching. Does that make more sense? So it's like this, arching up versus,
Yeah.
because what that'll help with too, right?
Sorry?
No, what that'll help with too, not only that facial rotation, but the chest rotation. When I'm on all fours, I should see the object with my chest just as much with my eyes. When I'm on all fours and I'm like this, and then my chest can't see anything. And that's a warning sign for